It's an honor to be able to serve you 3-minute ad breaks at the top of the hour for so many years. What's going on, everybody? I hope everyone's having a fantastic evening, fantastic afternoon, fantastic pre-noon, no matter where you are in the world. I'm Hassan Piker, and this is Awesome broadcast coming to you live from sunny California, Los Angeles. Folks, we're live and alive, and I hope all the boys, girls, and MBs are having a fantastic one because today's a beautiful day. Today's a wonderful day. Today is a special day. Your Plattner tweet was embarrassing, man. Why? The average American or like the average leftist needs to understand that, number one, not everything is a psyop, and two, the median voter in America is busted. And none of you see that. You don't think about your own personal ideological journey, and you assume that people have like a direct line to communism or something. Like, you need to understand the average American has transparently inconsistent values, impossible to comprehend. I also share the same fears about him being a Fetterman type or even worse, but I'm taking it one day at a time. Commie who kills the Rockies for Blackwater, that's the real incoherency you're talking about. I know, brother, I know. I think you need to understand, like, I don't think he was a commie when he was doing that. I get it, dude. I have the same concerns, okay? Please. I do not think he was a card-carrying socialist when he was doing his military service. I will, however, say that leftists who immediately cast aside veterans as war criminals and immediately go, oh, you have a military record. And Plattner is the most aggressive version of this because Blackwater is a bridge too far, right? Because it is literally like signing on to do War Crime Simulator. But like, if you think that you can't have comrades who have served in the military, I don't know what the fuck we're doing here. You know, you just can't. Like, we should just pack it up. Pack it up right now. Please stop. Everyone has the capacity to change. It's up to all of us to figure out if it's a genuine change or not. How is it any different than the IOF? Great question. What have I always told you? Even if someone was literally a part of the fucking Israeli occupational forces and then spends their life going against that, then that's fine. You don't have to agree with me on this. This is just my standard. I do not place that much emphasis on what people have done in the past, especially if they have learned from their experiences and have decided that that was wrong and they work to atone. That's my attitude. If you have a difference in opinion on this, then that's fine. Don't come in here and use like extreme idiotic examples like, what about Adolf Hitler or some shit like that? It's just stupid. I believe in rehabilitation across the board. I believe that people's material conditions lead them down different paths in their lives. And what you have done only matters as much as like what you are continuing to do now. This is probably one of the most annoying aspects of the left broadly. And it might be valid. Like, scrutiny in this regard for Graham Plattner might even be valid. And I think it probably is to a certain degree. Like, I understand the skepticism. Because, again, Blackwater is like, I'm not doing defense for someone who is a fucking military contractor for Blackwater, right? I'm not doing that at all. But you have to approach people with a broadened understanding. Nobody fucking wants to do that. And it pisses me off because I feel like it's poisonous. Not for Blackwater in general. But there are people who automatically take this position where it's like, well, you've done military service. It's over. I'm not one of those people. I'm not going to automatically cast someone aside because of their background, because of what they've done, because of who they used to be. I am a firm and committed believer in rehabilitation. And as someone who is a firm, committed believer in rehabilitation, I believe that people have the capacity to change. My starting point has always been the broad recognition that people are ultimately going along with their own material conditions. Like, they are still at the mercy of their own material circumstances. And anyone that can overcome that is good in my book. Rehabilitate the country, bro, and support Janet Mills. Yeah, which is why I believe Janet Mills is the right choice. We need a 77-year-old or an 80-year-old to run the show over there. Are you still defending the Blackwater shit? He sure is. Brother, why do I need an active team of cyber stalkers when I have brain broken, busted ass leftists in the chat who refuse to hear my words ever. We are never going to get anything. We are never going to get anything done. I'm not even saying support Graham Plattner. I'm just explaining something that I believe. Are you still defending the Blackwater shit? I just got here. There has never been a moment where I have defended the Blackwater shit. Not even once. Every single time I've talked about Graham Plattner, I've not even brought this up. I've not even defended it a little bit. And yet, all of you fucking brain-broken, baby-brained, moronic leftists immediately hit that note. I think a lot of people just immediately go, no, this is a op. This is a psyop. I don't know if there's any need for a COINTELPRO in this day and age. I think we do enough by ourselves to disrupt and destroy. There is no functional working class movement in this goddamn country, and there never will be one. We're absolutely fucking cooked. Everything sucks, and fascism is here. An excerpt from the Hollywood Reporter article. Oh yeah, I gave a speech at the Hollywood Reporter Top 50 Influential Influencers dinner. After mentioning his experience with cyberstalkers, Piker revealed that he doesn't usually have security, though he tried to secure it for the Weekend's No Kings protest because of Charlie Kirk stuff. But then we go to the security teams and they're like, well, we're cops and you're going to an anti-cop rally. We can't secure you at an anti-cop rally. He also commented that with the new designations for what constitutes terrorism on U.S. soil being a checklist of the things he regularly says he expects, I'm going to get it worse than Jimmy Kimmel. Yeah, we were looking at getting private security detail for the No Kings rally, and many people were like, nope, nope, we'll do it for other shit and not for that. I got interviewed by the Hollywood Reporter. Oof, the collapse of America. That's what the kind of content I'm consuming every day, nonstop.
Being a political content creator, what's your reaction to this political moment that we're in, and how do you try to inspire your audience to step towards a brighter future?
The most inspirational thing for me and the most hopeful thing for me is whenever I attend protests and rallies and things of that nature, seeing solidarity in action out in the real world is some of the few moments of hope that I see. Being surrounded by people that have the same values, recognize right from wrong, recognize that things are not all right at a time when it feels like a lot of people are just like kind of sleepwalking through this process has been very inspirational.
What's the path you see for yourself? Do you think you'll always stay in the digital space and on social media, or would you ever transition into having a show on traditional media?
No, I'll be on digital because for me, I have unlimited editorial control, unlimited freedom, as long as I stay within the confines of the terms of service established. Whereas, like, if I was a part of a legacy publisher, there are one of the worst aspects of like this kind of gathering online is that people don't behave like this in the real world. That's unironically what I was talking about. That's why I have so much hope for the future of America when I am out in the fucking streets. Because I see grandparents and I see kids and I see regular ass folk that see right from wrong and they say, fuck this. What do you mean? You're just like kidnapping my neighbors. Get the fuck out of here. And they protest. And that gives me confidence. And then when I go back to the internet and I get fucking yelled at by a bunch of screenager iPad babies who are 38 years old, who think that the most like radical socialist position is to constantly chirp in a fucking Twitch streamer's chat and hyper scrutinize everything and then like refuse to understand like broader points, refuse to be open-minded, then I'm blackpilled again. It's virtually impossible not to be blackpilled if you're online all the fucking time. Everything that we do here is so bad. There are people who are professional contrarians. It just comes from the same place of like broad recognition that you don't have any power. A lot of people wear that shit on their sleeve, like being a constant nuisance, like they got the fucking CIA handbook for disrupting revolutionary organizing. They just like literally are always like picking it apart. Me, non-stop, non-fucking stop. We do need some semblance of authoritarian discipline in all leftist modes of communication. The person that is able to unlock a popular front that will welcome different ideological backgrounds, different tendencies, will successfully bring about a socialist revolution in not only this country, but just all around the world. That's what Obama did. Yeah, for sure. A lot of limitations to what I can say and what I can do. And right now we're in an unprecedented moment where I, from my living room, from my studio, actually command the attention of a larger audience than many television networks do, especially in the 18 to 35 demographic. So I don't really see any reason to make that transition anymore. There is a move in the direction of digital as opposed to pivoting to legacy media. And it does feel to me like legacy media is falling behind significantly, and that's why there's more outreach to digital content creators nowadays. Like, you got Midas Touch's Adam Mockler, who's on CNN as a panelist, as a regular occurring guest at this point. You have Anna Kasparian from the Young Turks. You have Emma Vigeland from The Majority Report, also going on MSNBC and CNN. So like, they're coming to us more than ever to also participate in that conversation. Everyone's dressed clean and you showed up in pajamas. Yeah, bro. That's just how I roll, big dog. What do you mean? Fuck you mean, big dog? That's just how I roll. How do you feel about Anna saying she's beefing with you? I don't care. I don't care. Guys, remember, I will never care about that shit. I will never talk about that shit. Okay? I don't give a shit. I maintain revolutionary optimism because of you, so you are not allowed to be black pilled, sir. I mean, it's just hard. It's just hard to fucking not be black pilled when you're spending a good deal of time online. It's just so fucking hard because people are so cynical. It's difficult. It's difficult to overcome. But yeah, I think that's why things like No Kings protests are good. Like, I will never cast the No Kings protests aside and say, oh, it's a op. Oh, it's a federal operation or whatever, because it's good. It's objectively good. Your grandparents taken to the streets is a good thing. And it is upon all of you to also participate in this stuff and use that as an opportunity for outreach. Use that as an opportunity to instill solidarity. Same thing with the Bernie Sanders stop oligarchy rallies, right? Like, those are great opportunities to communicate with people, to organize further, to engage in direct action. Same with the fucking No Kings protests. It is very, very important that we show our discontent with this administration.